Welcome back to another episode of Healthy Belly Cooking. Today's recipe is light and refreshing. It is filled with flavor, as well as all of those anti-inflammatory properties, nutrients, vitamins, and antioxidants that we love here at Healthy Belly. So, sit back, turn on the AC if you haven't already, get comfortable, and join me while I start to prepare our summer arugula and fennel salad. Yum! The first thing you're going to do for our summer arugula and fennel salad is grab a fennel bulb. Now when you're buying fennel, what you want to look for is to make sure that it's firm and solid in texture, that there's no bruising or spotting or splitting. If your fennel also has these fronds up here, just check to make sure that there's no flowering, because that's going to be a sign of it being over mature, overripe. The color that you should look for is a white to a pale green. Just those are a few tips for if you're not used to buying fennel, what you want to look out for. So one of the, or some of the many great qualities of fennel here is that it's chock full of antioxidants, calcium, which we now know is good for immune boosting. It has potassium in here, which will help regulate our blood sugar, and tons of fiber. So those are all some of the wonderful properties of fennel. What we're going to do is chop off the fronds here and either grab your vegetable mandolin or just a nice hearty knife, and we're going to do thin slices of the fennel to go in the salad. Fennel is going to be crunchy, slightly sweet, so not overpowering, but with a slight, almost licorice flavor to it. So large chunks are just going to be a little more flavorful. I like the delicateness of it, so I'm going to keep it some pretty thin slices there. So I'm going to get started. The second step in our summer salad is tossing in our arugula. Now when you're buying arugula at the store, if it hasn't been pre-washed for you before it was packaged or wrapped up, and even then it's still okay to do it anyways, just give your arugula leaves a nice rinse off in the sink. That way they're clean and ready to go. Arugula has a light, peppery flavor profile, which is only one of the numerous reasons why I adore it. And it is, a dark leafy green. And you know here at Healthy Belly, I am all about working those dark leafy greens into your diet more often. So, the arugula. Let's get into why it's so good for you. Arugula is loaded with nutrients, micronutrients, antioxidants. It helps improve brain function. It's great for eye health. It helps with digestion and your metabolic rate. It's also chock full of chlorophyll, which can help prevent DNA and liver damage. So all of those things are reasons to start using arugula more often. So I'm not going to cut these up. I'm going to leave the leaves whole, maybe trim the stems just a tiny bit. But I'm going to throw this arugula on top of my now shaved down fennel. And this is only the beginning. If we were to stop at fennel and arugula salad, that'd be a little blasé and boring. But I have a couple more secret ingredients. They're going to pump this up, pack it with some more flavor, and make it extra yummy for your tummy. So I'm going to put this in, and then we'll see what I've got next. The first fun little extra that we will add to our summer salad is a pop of sweetness with some fresh berries. I've got blueberries here, as well as some sweet red cherries. Berries are so good to work into your diet because they are chock full of antioxidants. They can actually help manage diabetes, which I know so many people out there struggle with. They're anti-cancer, they're heart healthy, they help regulate blood pressure. Just again, numerous reasons why working some fresh berries in your diet is always a nice little bonus, nice boost. So the blueberries are going to go in here whole. Just take a nice handful, or as many as you like. Throw them on top. They'll all get mixed in together later. And then I'm actually going to take the pit out of the cherry and then just give it a rough chop, maybe just into quarters, and throw that in there as well. So the step after this is a little addition of some crunch factor. If you've been keeping up with Healthy Belly Cooking, you know that I have a deep-seated affinity for major crunch factor. So we do already have the fennel in here, which is slightly crispy, crunchy, but you know what? I just don't think that's enough for me. So we're going to do one more and toss in here some seeded, slightly roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds. This is going to add one more level of nice texture, crispy crunch, which I love in my dishes. Now, sunflower seeds are loaded with vitamin E, which is helpful in preventing cardiovascular disease. It has anti-inflammatory properties, which we love here at Healthy Belly. And it's also chock full of magnesium, which is good for bone health. So all kinds of nice things, nice little properties to our sunflower seeds. The next step in here is going to be just finishing it off with some nice herbs and hit a little more flavor with a little vinaigrette. So I'm going to grab some mint, yummy, and then we'll just finish this off. Here we go, final steps. We're gonna throw in some mint and then flavor it up with a little lemon juice and olive oil. But before we toss this in, well, one, smell it. If that, oh my gosh, if that doesn't say summertime to you, I don't know what does. It makes me think of like mojitos and being outside. Anyways, mint, so good for you. The aroma, the smell of mint actually starts helping with your digestion right off the bat. That smell, that nice aroma gets your saliva going and actually helps secrete some digestive enzymes. So before we're even putting this in our mouth, if you stop and take a moment to smell your mint, you've got all those digestive enzymes going down, getting your stomach ready to help you digest and absorb this delicious, nutritious meal for you. So just another wonderful, nice little step that you can think about when you're cooking. I'm just going to take off some of the leaves and do a fine little chop. Just running the knife through a couple leaves of mint before I throw it into the salad. This just is going to add a nice little extra pop of brightness to this dish, and I love it. I think that's what summertime's all about, refreshing, light, and super flavorful without weighing you down. So just a couple leaves of the mint in here, yes, and lemon. Lemon's again going to brighten it up. It's got those great essential oils that are also good for helping those digestive enzymes get into your system. I want to make sure I don't get any of the seeds in my salad, just the squeeze of a little bit of lemon. Oh, that's going to be great. So good. Finish it off with a drizzle of our Rockstar extra virgin olive oil, just to bind everything together. Yum. And finishing touches, a little light dash of salt. Just a light dash, and cracks of some pepper. This is just gonna make everything come together into a cohesive, flavorful dish. Now, let's give it a little toss to make sure that the fennel on the bottom meets with the olive oil and the lemon juice and the mint. And then I'm gonna grab a plate and we will try our summertime salad out. I have loaded myself up a bowl of our fennel and arugula summertime salad. That's just a cherry, but before I dive in, I want to say thank you again for joining me on my kitchen adventures. I'm always so happy to share wonderful, new, delightful, delicious recipes with you. And I hope you'll come back and check out some more. So let's dive into this and see how it all came together. I'm going to make sure I get a blueberry and some sunflower seeds. I always take too big of a bite because I've been cooking and I'm greedy and I'm hungry and I want to eat it all. So refreshing, but packed with flavors of the delicateness of the fennel, the bright sweetness of the berries, the crunch factor, of course, and that peppery hit from the arugula. Now, one more extra little side note is if you are looking to fully flesh out this as more of a main dish, if you've got people coming over, or you just think that you want something a little more substantial, but you have this as leftovers. If you have, at the beginning of your week, if you make, I know I do this sometimes, just like a pot of couscous or wild rice or quinoa, keep it in the fridge, and then that way, if you decide that you want to, just bulk this up a little bit, take out your couscous, take out your quinoa, throw it in, mix that in as well, and it's just going to make it a slightly heartier dish for you, but still have all these wonderful ingredients as our base. So just another little tiny side note before we say goodbye. But again, thank you, always thank you, and I will see you next time on Healthy Belly Cooking.